All right, I'm gonna teach you how to make quick pickles. You can do this with any vegetable. One of my favorites is a red onion. This is gonna be awesome. All right, this is what you're gonna need. You're gonna need vinegar, sugar, a little salt, and whatever vegetable you want to pickle, and also a container to hold it in. So this is what you're gonna do. And I eyeball this. You're gonna need about half a cup of vinegar. I'm using a combination of rice vinegar and white vinegar. All right, so we've got half a cup of vinegar in this little dish. I've used a combination of white vinegar and rice vinegar. Now, for about every half cup of vinegar you use, you need about 2 tablespoons of sugar. And I kind of eyeball it. This, I think I have a little more than half a cup, so I'm gonna use a little more and just let that dissolve. I like to put a little salt in there too. I'm using a seasoning salt here that I love. But sometimes you could just use sugar. If you wanted to put some coriander in here, you could. If you wanted to put some pickling spice in here, you could. And then once we have this nice and dissolved, I'm just gonna chop up my onions and get them in there. So you can use any vegetable you want. A nice crisp, fresh vegetable is the best. I've got a 3-year-old next to me, breathing heavily. All right, but we're gonna just chop these up and put them in there. And last but not least, I'm gonna take a little garlic. I like to just kind of smash it with the heel of my knife and then chop it. Just into some loose pieces. And then we're just gonna add it right into there. Perfect. So we're just gonna really get this down. Smush that in. Use my mixing spoon to get this down into your broth. David doesn't have his juicy. And I like to use a nice container with a good fitting lid so that you can really mix it up. And then we're gonna just sit that in the fridge and let it pickle. So that is the basic method about how to quick pickle, but you can get much more creative with that. As long as you have your ratio of vinegar to sugar about right, you can add all sorts of flavors. So things that I like to do is think about what kind of vegetable you have and then what flavors go nicely with that. Something like celery pickles really well. So maybe you want to do an apple cider vinegar with the sugar and celery, and you could flavor it with some coriander. I've done that before. That sounds really good. If you wanted to go get a bulb of fennel pickles very well. Maybe you want to put some star anise in there. So you can start to think about different flavors that go well together. It's really easy to do this as long as you have the ratios right. And you don't have to get fancy. It could just be the vinegar and the sugar, a little garlic if you want, and then just really let the vegetables shine. I hope that helps you. I hope it's good. And that's it.